1 in 2 men over the age of 40 experiences some degree of erectile dysfunction. By the time men reach their 60s, the number climbs even higher. Yet, very few men talk openly about it. Instead, they often struggle in silence, blaming themselves, or turning to quick fixes that only mask the symptoms. What if I told you that one simple natural nutrient taken at the right time of day could not only support stronger potency, but also deepen your sleep and restore some of the energy you thought you had lost forever? This is not about miracle pills or empty promises. It is about understanding your body at a deeper level, learning how hormones, circulation, nerves, and sleep are intertwined, and how one particular vitamin at night can play a surprisingly powerful role in restoring balance. Think of it as tending to the soil rather than just watering the plant. When the soil is rich and well cared for, everything else grows stronger. Now, here is where things get interesting. Men over 60 often face a triple challenge. First, testosterone naturally declines, which can affect libido and energy. Second, the ability to achieve deep, restorative sleep is reduced, making it harder for the body to repair itself overnight. And third, circulation, the very foundation of potency, becomes less efficient with age, especially if there are coexisting conditions like diabetes, hypertension, or prostate enlargement. The result is a cycle. Poor sleep weakens hormone balance. Weak hormones reduce sexual function, and reduced sexual function can damage confidence, leading to stress and even worse sleep. But the encouraging news is that this cycle can be interrupted. Modern research has shown that specific nutrients taken at night can work with the body's natural rhythm, improving sleep quality, restoring hormonal balance, and supporting the vascular system that underlies sexual function. One of these nutrients, which we will focus on today, has been studied for its role in improving both potency and sleep quality in men over 60. In this session, we will walk through the science together. We will explore what this vitamin is, how it works, why timing matters, and what the best research shows. Along the way, we will address common myths, talk about real-life cases, and give you clear, practical steps you can take starting tonight. You deserve clarity, not fear. You deserve solutions that make sense. And most importantly, you deserve to know that these challenges are not a sign of failure. They are simply part of the body's natural aging process, which can be managed with knowledge and care. So let us begin this consultation together. By the end of our time, you will understand not only why this vitamin matters, but how to integrate it into your nightly routine for better sleep, stronger vitality, and renewed confidence. Let us begin with the foundation, the connection between sleep and testosterone. Many men are surprised to learn that testosterone is not just a hormone tied to masculinity or sexual performance. It is also deeply tied to how your body restores itself at night. Think of testosterone as the body's overnight repair crew. Just as construction workers need quiet hours to rebuild a road, your body needs uninterrupted deep sleep to restore testosterone levels. Here is what the research shows. A landmark study from the University of Chicago demonstrated that even 1 week of restricted sleep, sleeping only 5 hours per night, reduced young men's testosterone levels by nearly 15%. To put that into perspective, that is the equivalent of aging 10 to 15 years in just 7 days, simply from poor sleep. Now imagine how much more fragile this balance becomes when you are in your 60s, already facing the natural decline of testosterone production. Another important detail is that testosterone is released in a pulsatile rhythm during the night, with the largest surge happening in the first few hours of deep sleep. If you struggle with insomnia, frequent urination at night, or restless legs, you may be cutting off the very period when your testosterone has its best chance to recover. This is why so many men notice that when they sleep poorly, their energy, libido, and potency drop almost immediately. Think of it like trying to charge your phone on a faulty outlet. If the current keeps cutting off every hour, the battery never fully recharges. In the same way, when your deep sleep is interrupted, your testosterone battery remains half empty, no matter how healthy your diet or exercise habits are. This is also where stress enters the picture. Cortisol, the stress hormone, rises when sleep is disrupted. Elevated cortisol directly suppresses testosterone production in the testes. This means poor sleep not only reduces the body's ability to make testosterone, but also raises a hormone that actively blocks it. It is a double hit against your vitality. So what can be done? The first step is understanding that addressing sleep is not optional if you want to maintain potency after 60. Your body's sexual function depends on your sleep cycle just as much as it does on blood flow. And here is the key takeaway. When we introduce certain vitamins or minerals at night, we are not just helping you fall asleep faster, we are protecting your hormonal rhythm. By supporting sleep quality, we are allowing the body to restore testosterone naturally, which then supports sexual health and overall vigor. If this connection is making sense, take a moment to give this video a thumbs up. It helps me know that this kind of in-depth education is valuable to you. And if sleep has been a challenge in your own life, comment below and let us open this conversation. You are not alone in this struggle, and there are real research-backed solutions. When most people think of melatonin, they picture a simple over-the-counter sleep aid, a small pill that helps you drift off. But melatonin is not just a sedative. It is a hormone produced naturally by your pineal gland in response to darkness. And for men over 60, melatonin plays a much bigger role than just helping you fall asleep. It influences sexual health, nitric oxide signaling, and even prostate function. Here is what the research shows. Studies published in the journal Andrologia have demonstrated that melatonin interacts with the testes, helping regulate testosterone production and protecting the cells from oxidative stress. Another study from the National Institutes of Health highlighted that melatonin improves the function of endothelial cells, the inner lining of your blood vessels. Why does that matter? Because healthy endothelium is what allows nitric oxide to be released. Nitric oxide is the body's natural chemical messenger for erections. Without it, potency is not possible. Think of nitric oxide like the green traffic light that signals blood to flow into the penis. If the light never turns green, the traffic stays stuck. Melatonin helps keep that traffic light working by protecting the blood vessel lining. This means that taking melatonin at night is not just about deeper sleep, it is also about keeping the foundation of potency intact. Now let us talk about the prostate. Emerging research suggests that melatonin may have protective effects on prostate tissue, potentially lowering inflammation and improving urinary symptoms in men with benign prostatic hyperplasia. While the evidence is still evolving, this points to an added benefit of making sure your melatonin levels are not chronically low. And here is the reality: melatonin production naturally declines with age. By the time you reach 60, your levels may be only half of what they were in your 20s. You might be wondering, should every man just start taking melatonin supplements? The answer is more nuanced. For some men, a low dose, often as little as 1 to 3 milligrams, taken 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime, can be beneficial. Higher doses are not always better and can sometimes lead to grogginess or disrupted sleep architecture. It is about supporting your body's rhythm, not overwhelming it. Here is a practical tip. Think of melatonin like setting a gentle reminder for your body. Dim your lights in the evening, avoid screens an hour before bed, and if your doctor agrees, consider a small dose of melatonin as part of your nightly ritual. By doing this, you are signaling your body that it is safe to shift into deep rest. And that deep rest is the soil where testosterone renewal, vascular repair, and sexual vitality grow. If this resonates with you, leave a comment below. Many men feel embarrassed to discuss sleep supplements, but the truth is, melatonin is not a crutch. It is a natural hormone that declines with age, and sometimes giving it a gentle boost can restore both your nights and your potency. When we think about vitamin D, most people picture sunshine and bone health. It is often called the sunshine vitamin because the body produces it when the skin is exposed to ultraviolet light. But vitamin D is much more than that. For men over 60, it acts more like a hormone than a simple vitamin. It influences testosterone levels, vascular health, immune balance, and even mood stability. all factors that shape both potency and overall vigor. Here is what the research shows. A study published in Hormone and Metabolic Research found that men with adequate vitamin D levels had significantly higher testosterone compared to men who were deficient. Another review in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism emphasized that vitamin D deficiency is linked not only to low testosterone, but also to higher rates of erectile dysfunction. Because vitamin D supports endothelial function, again, that inner lining of blood vessels that is essential for nitric oxide release, without healthy endothelial cells, blood flow is compromised and potency suffers. Now here's where the timing comes in. Vitamin D is fat soluble, meaning it is best absorbed with meals that contain some healthy fat. While most doctors recommend morning or midday dosing to mimic sunlight exposure, some emerging evidence suggests that in men who have trouble sleeping, nighttime supplementation may support melatonin rhythms indirectly. This is because vitamin D helps regulate the circadian system, the body's internal clock that governs both sleep and hormone release. Think of it like resetting your body's wristwatch so that everything from testosterone production to vascular repair happens at the right hour. Another key area is mood. Men who are low in vitamin D often report fatigue, irritability, or low mood. Depression and low testosterone frequently overlap, and both can rob a man of sexual vitality. By restoring vitamin D, not only can testosterone improve, but mood and energy often follow. This creates a positive cycle: better sleep, better mood, stronger potency. Let me use a simple analogy. Imagine trying to plant a garden in dry, depleted soil. No matter how good the seeds are, they will not thrive. Vitamin D acts like rainwater, nourishing the soil so that everything hormones, circulation, energy can take root. When men restore their vitamin D levels, many notice that their body feels younger again, not because age is reversed, but because the body finally has the basic resources to function as it should. Practical tip: if you are over 60, ask your doctor to check your vitamin D levels with a simple blood test called 25-hydroxyvitamin D. Many men are shocked to discover they are deficient, even if they spend some time outdoors. If supplementation is needed, discuss the right dosage for your body. Some men do best with daily smaller doses, while others benefit from weekly higher doses. If your doctor agrees, taking it in the evening with dinner, especially if that is your main meal containing healthy fats like olive oil, salmon, or avocado, can support both absorption and your nightly rhythm. Remember, this is not about chasing perfection. It is about giving your body one of the most fundamental tools it needs to keep your testosterone, your sleep, and your potency aligned. If I had to choose one mineral that deserves more attention in men's health, especially after 60, it would be magnesium. Often called the relaxation mineral, magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body. Yet nearly half of older adults are deficient. Why does this matter for potency, vigor, and deep sleep? Because magnesium directly influences nerve function, muscle relaxation, stress hormone control, and even the dilation of blood vessels that make erections possible. Here is what the research shows. A study published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that magnesium supplementation was linked to improved sleep quality, particularly in older adults with insomnia. Another paper in Biological Trace Element Research revealed that men with higher magnesium levels also had higher testosterone levels compared to those who were deficient. And when it comes to erections, magnesium supports nitric oxide synthesis, the very pathway that allows blood to flow freely into the penis. Without enough magnesium, blood vessels remain tense and smooth muscle relaxation. A key part of achieving an erection is impaired. Think of magnesium like the oil that keeps the gears of a machine moving smoothly. Without oil, the gears grind, squeak, and eventually lock up in the body. That translates to tight muscles, restless nights, and poor blood vessel relaxation. With adequate magnesium, the system flows freely, sleep becomes deeper, stress hormones lower, and erections become easier to achieve. Another overlooked role of magnesium is its effect on cortisol, the stress hormone. Chronically elevated cortisol disrupts both sleep and testosterone production. Magnesium helps regulate the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, the body's stress response system. By calming this axis at night, magnesium allows your body to slip into restorative deep sleep while also creating a hormonal environment more favorable for testosterone. How can you get more magnesium? Dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains are excellent sources. But here's the challenge: as we age, absorption of magnesium in the gut decreases, and common medications like diuretics or acid blockers can increase losses. That is why supplementation is sometimes necessary. Among the many forms of magnesium, magnesium glycinate and magnesium citrate are often better tolerated at night. They are absorbed well and tend to promote relaxation without causing digestive upset. Here's a practical tip. Consider taking magnesium about an hour before bedtime, ideally with a light snack or warm herbal tea. This signals to your body that it is time to unwind. Many men report not only falling asleep faster, but also experiencing fewer nighttime awakenings. Over time, this consistent, deeper sleep allows testosterone levels to stabilize and vascular function to improve, both critical for potency and vigor. Remember, the goal is not to take a handful of pills and hope for the best. It is about choosing targeted nutrients that work with your body's natural rhythm. Magnesium, when taken at night, supports the very systems, sleep, hormones, and circulation that men over 60 need most. If this has been helpful so far, take a moment to give this video a thumbs up. It tells me that content like this is valuable for you, and it helps us spread clear, evidence-based information to more men who may be struggling silently. Up until now, we have been talking about hormones and sleep, but there is another crucial piece of the puzzle: circulation. At its core, potency is a vascular event. Erections happen when blood vessels open up and allow blood to rush into the penile tissue where it is trapped and held firm. Without healthy circulation, even normal testosterone levels cannot guarantee strong erections. This is why men with diabetes, high blood pressure, or atherosclerosis often struggle with erectile dysfunction even if their hormone levels are within range. Here is what the research shows. The molecule that makes erections possible is nitric oxide. Produced by the lining of your blood vessels, nitric oxide signals the smooth muscle of the penile arteries to relax, allowing blood to surge in. A study in the American Journal of Cardiology emphasized that erectile dysfunction is often one of the earliest warning signs of vascular disease, sometimes appearing years before heart problems. In other words, your erection is like a window into your vascular health. Now, how do sleep and vitamins come into play? During deep sleep, the body repairs endothelial cells, those same blood vessel linings that produce nitric oxide. Nutrients like melatonin, vitamin D, and magnesium all support this process. Melatonin protects these cells from oxidative stress. Vitamin D improves their responsiveness. Magnesium helps smooth muscle relax so that nitric oxide can do its job. Taken together at night, these nutrients work during the exact hours your body is designed to heal blood vessels and restore vascular tone. Think of it like repairing a dam overnight so that water can flow freely the next morning. If the dam is cracked or clogged, the water stagnates. If the blood vessel lining is unhealthy, erections falter, but when the repair work is consistent, blood flows with strength and reliability. There's also another layer here. Nitric oxide production declines naturally with age. This decline begins in the 40s and accelerates into the 60s. That is why many men notice that erections are not as firm or as reliable as they once were. But the decline is not irreversible. Studies have shown that lifestyle factors, including sleep quality, exercise, and nutrition, can boost nitric oxide availability. For example, regular aerobic activity improves endothelial function, while magnesium and vitamin D help support the enzymes involved in nitric oxide production. Here is a practical tip: combine nightly nutrient support with daily habits that improve circulation. Brisk walking, deep breathing, and pelvic floor exercises all encourage blood flow. When you add magnesium, vitamin D, or melatonin at night, you are reinforcing those daytime gains by giving your blood vessels the tools they need to heal while you sleep. So the big picture here is this: potency is not just about testosterone or desire. It is about whether your vascular system is healthy enough to deliver blood when the body signals for it. And the nightly window of repair supported by targeted nutrients is one of the most overlooked yet powerful strategies men over 60 can use to preserve vigor and confidence. We have covered a lot of ground, from sleep and testosterone to melatonin, vitamin D, magnesium, and the critical role of circulation. Now let us bring it all together into something simple and practical. Because knowledge is powerful, but only when it translates into action you can take tonight. Think of your nightly routine as a ritual for restoration. In your 60s, your body no longer bounces back as quickly as it once did. You need to give it deliberate signals and resources so that it can repair itself properly overnight. This is where the combination of nutrients we discussed becomes so powerful. Here is what the research and clinical experience suggest. Step 1. Dim the lights and reduce screen exposure an hour before bed. This allows your natural melatonin rhythm to rise. If your doctor agrees, you may consider a low-dose melatonin supplement, usually 1 to 3 milligrams, 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. This supports both sleep onset and endothelial protection. Step 2. Ensure your vitamin D levels are adequate. If you are deficient, supplementation, sometimes taken in the evening with dinner, can help regulate your circadian rhythm, support testosterone, and maintain vascular health. Remember, vitamin D is fat soluble, so pairing it with healthy fats such as olive oil, salmon, or avocado improves absorption. Step 3. Consider magnesium. A form such as magnesium glycinate or citrate taken an hour before bed can reduce stress hormones, relax blood vessels, and improve sleep architecture. Many men notice that this one change alone reduces nighttime awakenings and restores morning vitality. Step 4. Combine these nutrients with sleep hygiene. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid caffeine after midday. If nighttime urination interrupts your rest, limit fluids 2 hours before bed and discuss prostate-friendly strategies with your doctor. Together, these steps create a nightly rhythm where your hormones, blood vessels, and nervous system are aligned. This is not about chasing a perfect supplement stack. It is about choosing the right tools that target your body's needs after 60. Melatonin cues your circadian clock. Vitamin D nourishes hormone and vascular balance. Magnesium calms and relaxes, and your body does the rest while you sleep. Think of it as programming your body's overnight repair crew. Instead of leaving them with broken tools and low energy, you are giving them everything they need to restore strength, potency, and vigor. Over weeks and months, this nightly habit can shift the cycle from decline to resilience, not reversing age, but helping you age with vitality and confidence. And here is the encouraging part. This is not a costly or complicated process. It does not require secret formulas or drastic interventions. It is simply about restoring what your body is gradually losing at the time of day when it is naturally designed to heal. So as you reflect on what we have discussed, ask yourself, what small change can I start tonight? Is it dimming the lights earlier, adding magnesium, or checking my vitamin D levels? The power lies in these small, consistent steps. As we close, let us step back and look at the bigger picture. Sexual health, deep sleep, and vitality after 60 are not separate issues. They are interconnected threads of the same fabric. When sleep falters, testosterone drops. When circulation weakens, erections suffer. When nutrients decline, the repair systems of the body struggle to keep up. But when we support these systems together, the body responds with resilience. Here is what the science shows us. One simple nightly ritual can set that repair process in motion. Melatonin protects your blood vessels and restores your circadian rhythm. Vitamin D strengthens testosterone and vascular balance. Magnesium calms the nervous system, lowers stress hormones, and deepens sleep. Taken in thoughtful doses at the right time, these nutrients are not quick fixes. They are building blocks for long-term potency and vigor. It is important to remember that these challenges are common. You are not alone if you are noticing weaker erections, restless nights, or low energy. Millions of men over 60 face the same struggles. And the truth is, it is not a personal failing, it is biology, and it is manageable. When you give your body the right tools, even simple ones like targeted nutrients at night, you allow it to work with you instead of against you. So here is the one action I would encourage you to take today. Choose one small nightly habit to begin. Whether it is dimming the lights earlier, talking to your doctor about checking vitamin D, or adding magnesium to your bedtime routine, start with just one step. Over time, consistency matters more than intensity. Small changes practiced nightly build into powerful results. You do not have to be afraid of your body. You simply need good information, the kind that helps you make choices with confidence instead of confusion. And that is my goal here, to bring you evidence, clarity, and encouragement. Stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay committed to your own health. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more grounded, shame-free content, because this is the kind of conversation I have with men in the clinic every day, and I want you to benefit too. I will see you in the next one. Until then, remember, your nights can be restorative, your mornings can be strong, and your health can be nurtured at any age.